Hi, I'm Jacqueline Gaslin, an IEP student, and I'm mainly worried about funding for the IEP program and other programs within IPS. I'm kind of worried that this merger is a way to cut funding further. Specifically in the IEP program, we're still working on getting more teachers, more classes that we had been promised when we first came here last year, such as conservation. So I guess you opening it up and saying that we're able to take classes in other schools, I want to know if that's just a way of kind of taking away from what we already have or not adding to what we already have.
I don't know how many students have wanted to take environmental classes, but because we have a limited capacity, they couldn't get to it. And in the future, that should change. In fact, I think everybody should take something in the IEP program so that we understand not only what public press gives us, but something deeper. The idea, I think when you're talking about combining schools, the first conjecture you have is that we're going to take away resources. No, that's not the idea at all. In fact, we want to invest more. Now, what we will do though is look at what your faculty members have come together and said, we need to focus in these areas and look at these areas and saying, how are we going to invest more resources in a more focused way so that our degrees are going to be very focused and niche marketed?
Well, I specifically wanted to know if funding will decrease for each program once the merger passes because, like I said, we're still not getting the classes and the amount of teachers, especially specifically in the IEP program, that we were promised when we got here. So if this merger happens and more money is taken away from our program specifically, is that going to happen? I guess I'm just trying to get kind of a yes or no.
I cannot tell you now after this merging that all programs are actually all existing programs will receive more funding. That would be a lie. What I can tell you is that the people that are in little corners right now just thinking on their own can come together and come to some agreement as to how to apportion the programs. And that will be guided by what we define as our focus areas. So I would imagine IEP would be a focus area, business would be a focus area, that's clearly written here. So those are the areas that will get the resources. I can tell you that not everybody will get increased resources.